One and all, welcome to the session. Myself Sai Karun, and today I am going to present the concept software project management. Usually many of the students at undergraduate level, usually they will be learning various programming languages, various concepts and everything there. And after completion of each and every course, the final outcome what they are going to do is just they are going to apply for an IT company for a job where they are going to build softwares. So now, in order to build software, you need to have some active skills and some passive skills. So one of such passive skills is software project management, and today we are going to learn about that skill. Okay, right, let's have a look. So what is software project management? It's a structured approach to successful delivery of the project. Means what? For example, you are developing a project. So before developing a project, you are going to give a clear guideline related to the project from the initial phase till the final phase. What will be the time taken for the each phase, and how much effort, time, cost you need to pay for completing the project. So these details will be given to the client in before the starting of the work, and it is easy to distribute these three important and essential components for the project. So after doing this, after learning this concept, my UG students can learn better way about explaining a software project. They'll be having a streamlined approach how software developed, how the software is developed, and how the software development process will be there, right? Yeah. So why it is critical to learn about a software project management? See, every company is going to invest lots of money on the people. So like for example, you are working on an IT company and your client is investing money. So the person who is investing money wants to know about the development or the working things are to be done, because software is a product that born from imagination and creativity. So you can't show your creativity to the client, right? So in order to explain the project, in order to explain the way, so the metrics of the software can be estimated to the client using the software project management. And also it will be very easy for the software development team to make sure that the work which is given to them is distributed among the team equally, without without putting the pressure on the people, or without making sure that the effort is not weak. So this is the reason why software development project is a management subject is a very critical subject, and it to be learned. Here we have three important reasons: risk mitigation, efficient resource allocation, and stakeholder alignment. So while we are working on a software, before we work on that, we will be having an estimation about how these skills. So when we are applying a code, we are going to get these errors in before. So by having a pre-idea about what is going to happen, you can have a planning of how the further steps are to be taken. And in order to complete the project, you need to know about how the resources are allocated to it. Means for whatever the process, for whatever the sub process, how the resources are being allocated. And the last thing, stakeholder alignment. Means what? The people who are putting money in your project are to be aligned with you. Like for example, they should feel that whatever the money they have invested in the software or the product, it should be justifying their needs. So that is the three important reasons why software project management is critical for both organizations as well as the client level people, and also the software development team, right? So we have a life cycle actually basically here. See, we have a life cycle, like we have the initialization phase and planning phase. So actually there is a much more detailed elaboration there, but just we are discussing about only these two. In the initiation phase, the client is going to provide his requirements to the organization. Like for example, imagine you are a client and you want to develop a software, and of course you don't know how to develop the software. So what you are going to do, you are going to approach an IT company and you are going to put all your requirements there, and then the IT company will explain whatever the cost, effort will be taken and the time will be taken to complete the project. Means what? In this phase, the client is going to interact with the company to explain the process and the requirements of the software that he is wishing for. Now, this process is little bit complicated. Why? Because in this phase itself, the client is going to meet you personally. And again, he will be meeting you after completion of the software project. In between this, the client may approach the team to ask about what is the progress. That's it. In between these all phases, the client is not going to approach the software development team. Okay. Right? And then, once the requirements are collected from the client, these will be provided to the development team in the next phase called planning phase. Here, what we are going to do? Here the software development team, the team means the people, the students who are learning from me, the aspiring software developers, they are going to create the project timelines here, and they are going to list out how much resources we need to allocate, what are the team responsibilities we need to give, and also what are the risks possibly we are going to get, and how to plan about the risk management. So these all will be done in the phase called project management life cycle. So see, what are the most important roles in the project? In a project, you see many people will be involved. So who among them are very great? See, for example, in the first level, project manager, business analyst, developer, QA analyst, and then UX designer. So I'll be explaining in a way. See, for example, the project manager, the one who is managing the entire software development team. So he is responsible about the app development, and he is only the person who is going to answer with the client. Except the manager, no other employee is going to be in communication or touch with the software development team. Why? Because the manager, he is himself the guiding process of the entire procedure in the software development. So he is going to represent the entire team in front of client. And then the business analyst, he is the person who is going to estimate the cost, effort need to be taken by the team. His main intention is to ensure that there is no disturbance related to the financial flow. So that is the role of a business analyst. And then developers or engineers, of course, the students who will be learning, they will be developing the software, they will be building the software, they will be writing the code for that. And then a QA analyst, quality assurance analyst. He is the person who is going to verify that developed software is whether good or not, whether it's up to the mark or not, right? And the last one is UI UX designer. Actually, he should give the first place then, because the client don't know about the technology, what is going to be in the software. For example, I have developed a software with a very high class backend and artificial intelligence technology. Okay, so I have developed a technology, completely upgraded version of the AI technology application was built by me. Now I have made everything good, but I forgot the user interface design, the buttons, the text box, the layout is very old fashioned. So I took this to the client, and the client won't see whatever happening in the backend. He'll be focusing over how it is appearing. Okay, so it depends upon it varies from client to client, and it varies from project to project also. Usually, if you see, any enterprise application won't follow any ultra modern layout schemes. They'll prefer user interface for a less level, and they'll be preferring for functionality at a more level, because for them the application is intended for the functionality. Okay, whereas if you take it for any normal person, so he'll be focusing on user interface things. Why? Because it is a way to showcase your talent. For example, there is a website developer, he want to showcase himself to the world, so he'll be designing a website with very high graphics and very user interface and animations, graphics, vectors, what not, he'll be adding everything, because by seeing those user interface he'll be taking into a company. But for a business organization, no. The main intention for a business organization will be a base level user interface with high-end functionality. So if you count in that way also, you need an UI designer, because a formal user interface developer also plays a key role in development of the software, right? Next, agile methodology and waterfall methodology. So we'll skip this because we haven't gone through the concept of software development life cycle. So we are going to skip this in this video. Next, what are the essential tools if you want to learn software project management? See, it is a subject where you are not writing any code, you are not doing anything, just you are saying. See, for example, how to say, like, see, we'll start with the education of you people, the students who are listening. Like, see, you people will join in a school. To complete first class, you will be taken 6 years. In the 7th year, second class. 8th year, third class. 9th year, fourth class. Right? Like that, you have a particular specific time to complete a level of education. Can I say like this? The same way, there is a software development team working on a software. So they'll be dividing the software development process into steps, some steps. Or simply to say, they are simply dividing the software into a set of pieces called modules. Okay, and they are developing one module after another. Now, how much time will be completed, how much money you are putting, how much effort you are putting on one particular module. And again, this module will be classified into sub-modules, tasks and all. So in this way, you are counting the each and every time required for the process to be completed. What is the ultimate goal? To prepare a software. And to prepare a software, you need to go for a module. And if you need to go for a module, you need to go for a sub-module. So in such a way, the app functionality can be classified. To do this efficiently, you can use the softwares like Microsoft Project, Asana, Jira, or the syllabus, means as per the syllabus which you are learning, you can go with a tool called Project Libre also. It is also a software project management tool and it is open source. Means what, you can easily run it from your PC, and it is a basic level explanation for the software project management, right? Next. So this is how the software project management works, and in the next session we will be learning about what is software project management and how it is useful, right? Thank you.